But the intimacy did happen, but you're saying it was in consent.
Yes, it was consensual.
It was consensual.
And also, within the text messages that I got the day after or the morning after, right? That was expressed, that was discussed, and that was resolved. That the questions about that, you know what I mean? After I got a whole barrage of essays. I'm not talking about just one essay after essay after essay after essay.
And the intimacy happened once or more than once?
Once.
Or it was just once? Okay.
Yeah. But after that once, immediately, and after that drama that happened afterwards, I was like, ew, very skeptical. I was like,
What drama?
The drama that happened in the morning where I received all these text messages. Oh,
Sorry,
I
have not read anything
so
online.
You haven't,
so I don't
the
know.
text
Don't
messages
assume
are out
anything.
there.
I don't know nothing.
Okay, the text messages are out there. If you watch Own Narrative podcast, we go through the various text messages there. So just watch Own Narrative podcast with Promise.
Okay, we'll put the
and
link,
I said
we'll
her
put
name
the link on the
wrong the
description.
whole entire time. I kept calling her Precious.
Okay.
And she never corrected me once.
Okay.
I don't know why she did that, but check out the Own Narrative. You don't need to put a link in the description. They know. They'll go Own Narrative and then Nota, and then they'll search for it, and all the other content that's on her channel. Because I don't want us to get bogged down into the story and retelling it, because I've already told it there, and there I was going through the messages like she was reading the messages. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying we must read the message, but just a summary.
Yeah, I'm summarizing it for you now.
Full time, push on, Buffett. Danko.
So the summary that I'm giving to you is that, you know, at least I wanted have the message read from a female perspective, number one, so that maybe I could see where in my messages I have been offensive. And when we read through the messages, there's not one message that Promise read that I sent that she thought, oh, this is offensive, or this is mean, or this is a concern. But when it came to the messages that I was receiving, there was many red flags that she was picking up the whole entire time, you know. So with all of this and the cloud around it, you know, I was like, am I crazy? Am I seeing things wrong? Maybe am I misreading this? You know, and I just needed that platform to actually interrogate it. And I think, you know, like I watched it afterwards, and like within 12 hours it had like 30,000 views or whatever. So it went viral immediately, and it dropped at like 6 p.m. So that was quite surprising for me. But I guess there's a lot of interest in this whole story. So when I'm going through the comments, like everyone loves the juicy, gossipy tidbits, you know. And when it comes to like summarizing or some like I guess my reputation or my brand, you know, people always put it down to something I said when I was trolling or whatever, you know what I mean? Or something I said in response to someone who was being mean to me, and like, oh, this person is so like this, is so like this, is so like this, is so like this. 100%, you know, of people that have met me like me. I've never met someone and then even people that are almost impossible to like. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I've hung out with like really drunk guys. You know, sometimes guys get drunk and they get annoying. So I've never had that experience where even the drunk annoying guy is like, you know, mad at me. So it was a bit concerning that, you know, I think we spent the first 10 minutes of that interview talking about, she's saying post-divorce adolescence. They're like, yeah, men that get divorced, they're like adolescents. They go back into an adolescent stage. And I thought that was an actually interesting thing, because I'd never actually heard of it.
Who said that?
Promise said that. Yeah. Did I say Precious again?
No, you said Promise now. Earlier on you were saying Precious.
Yeah. And I said it on the show a couple of times and she never corrected me. So they missed that whole entire part, you know what I mean? And I think that was the most telling part. When I rewatched that interview, I was like, damn, you know what I mean? I really saw myself like actually sharing like the pain that, you know, one tries to forget certain things so that one can move on. You know what I mean? So you forget that, hey, I'm actually going through pain. Actually, I'm bleeding. Actually, I'm cut here. You know what I mean? And you just move and you whatever. And then when you have to extend yourself or stretch yourself, or you're like, oh, I forgot about that injury. You know what I mean? And when you re-injure it, mautunugeka. It's even more painful. You know what I mean? And that was the whole entire thing. I was like, I wouldn't be in this mess if, I'd been able to save my marriage. And not to say that it's someone else's responsibility, but knowing how committed I was to my relationship and my marriage, and the fact that something of this nature would have been impossible. It just it's like damn, bro, you like left me out here in this open cold ocean, with these choppy waters, knowing what we've been through, knowing what I've shared, knowing how vulnerable, when you get married, you become very vulnerable to that person. Like, they know all your deepest, darkest secrets. You know what I mean?